They would not. So why not fix that situation rather than blaming white people?
The only way you can fix that, Jesse, is with a new religion. And Christianity is based upon Christ, right?
Right.
Right. And if you're worshiping a white Christ and you know subconsciously he's not a white Christ, you're going to have conflicting views later too.
But
you're not going to be solid. That's why you need a new religion, because this isn't going to work. We're at the
Well,
day and
what's the
age,
new
everybody
religion?
knows he wasn't white. Even the white people know it.
What religion
Jesse?
should he be?
You think the KKK would operate the same way if they accepted that Jesus was black?
What's a new religion? A black Jesus?
Truth?
Would it help black people to believe that Jesus is black?
It'll make it, yeah.
But they have been believing that for a long time, and they only gotten worse.
White
instead of
people
better.
have to say it. White people have to come out and say, you know what, this was just because every time I see, like, even the people you've interviewed, it's like you see people and they say, well, it doesn't really matter, he's a spirit. But if I say you want to get paid, right, you say you need $1,000 for your payment, I say, well, let me give you $1,000 in pink $100 bills. You'll say this ain't the right color, because color represents something. And if that bill doesn't show up the same color as you expect it to be, you're not going to have the same amount of trust, even though you may trust me. What I'm saying that is real money is just pink, but at the same time, you're going to feel better if it's blue.
That's amazing. White people have not done anything to black people. The ones that are living today have not done anything to keep black people down. Most black people are suffering due to the lack of moral character and the destruction of their homes. It has nothing to do with white people at all. Why are the blacks still blaming white people?
To honestly say it, maybe. They've been in a parent role for so long that if you don't have food in the house and you're a child, you're going to say, Mommy and Daddy didn't, what are they doing? They're bullshitting, right?
But why would they blame the whites for that, though?
Because they've been in a position of power over them for so long. If things don't work
But they're
right, it's
not
gotta
in a
be their
position
fault.
of power over black people. The
You know-
Democrats control them, I know that.
Yeah, I know,
And
and
the
I-
Democrats are made up of whites and blacks. But other than that, nobody's in control of their lives.
Right, and you know, I've gone into a pet store with my sons, right? And I've gone to, like, they have an open cage with these parrots and stuff, right? And the parrots won't move, and I asked them, did they have their flight wings clipped? He said, no, they were just born in captivity, and they don't even know they can fly, right? So it's like, sometimes it's not even, it's just your conditioning. And you know, that's a known thing
Meaning
in
what?
psychology.
Who conditioned them to think and be that way?
A system, that's why it's called a system, a government system, a legal system. There's a systematic
But why
approach
didn't their
to things.
parents teach them better? Because
They were
we were not
uneducated.
conditioned in that way at all. When I was growing up, blacks had land, they got married, they didn't have their children out of wedlock for the most part, and abortion was not heard of. Why wasn't black people conditioned that way then as opposed to now?
You already know the answer.
What's the answer?
You know, the real answer is that people started realizing that Jesus wasn't white. And then what it did was it took our...
But Jesus is white.
He's not white, Jesse, and you know that. So you think the people in Africa, name was Peter and Paul and Tom and Simon? You think that's what their names were?
If black men and women had continued to get married and men led the women and children in the right way to go, would black people be in the condition that they are now?
No.
And so why not go back to that rather than blaming someone else for it? Because the black people gave up their lives by giving it to the Democrats under Lyndon B. Johnson, when they said, we'll take care of you, but you gotta not have a man, you have government programs. And then
And why would they suggest
to
that?
leave.
They suggested that for a reason, right?
Right.
Because they probably seen in the future that it would probably be a fucked up situation if they created that, right?
No, it became an effed up situation because they gave into it.
Well, you know, you remember
And it was encouraged by...
Jacob gave his birthright to his brother for a bowl of beans, a pot of
was
beans.
Jacob?
Yeah, Jacob or Esau. Yeah, Esau.
Where's Jacob now?
It doesn't matter. We're Jacob now?
Yeah.
He's in us. We're Jacob.
I rest my case.
We're Jacob.
He should be in the ground.
No, he's in us. It's DNA.
But listen, would black people be in that condition had not they given up the men for the government?
No, they wouldn't, Jesse.
They would not. So why not fix that situation rather than blaming white people?
The only way you can fix that, Jesse, is with a new religion.
No.
Yes.
The only way you're going to fix that is by black men returning to God and then getting married and having children and being in control of their family.
As a Christian?
Huh?
As a Christian?
As a man, period.
No, as a Christian, I'm asking.
It will help to be a Christian, yeah.
It would help. So
Yeah.
as a Christian, yes.
Because Christianity is the best religion on this side of heaven.
And Christianity is based upon Christ, right?
Right.
Right. And if you're worshiping a white Christ and you know subconsciously he's not a white Christ, you're going to have conflicting views later too.
But
You're not going to be solid. That's why you need a new religion, because this isn't going to work. We're at the
Well,
day and
what's the
age,
new
everybody
religion?
knows he wasn't white. Even the white people know it.
What religion
Jesse,
should he be?
you think the KKK would operate the same way if they accepted that Jesus was black?
What's the new religion? A black Jesus?
Truth.
How has it helped black people to believe that Jesus was black?
The new religion, Jesse, is man, woman, child.
That's always been around.
No, it's
But,
different. It's
until
man,
the-
man,
until the
it's woman,
transgender
it's
took
all
over.
type of stuff, yeah.
But would it help black people to believe that Jesus is black?
It'll make it, yeah.
But they have been believing that for a long time, and they only gotten worse.
White
instead of
people
better.
have to say it. White people have to come out and say, you know what, this was just because every time I see, like, even the people you've interviewed, it's like you see people and they say, well, it doesn't really matter, he's a spirit. But if I say you want to get paid, right, you say you need $1,000 for your payment, I say, well, let me give you $1,000 in pink $100 bills. You'll say this ain't the right color, because color represents something. And if that bill doesn't show up the same color as you expect it to be, you're not going to have the same amount of trust, even though you may trust me. What I'm saying that it's real money is just pink, but at the same time, you're going to feel better if it's blue.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you think the color of Jesus
The truth.
will impact black
Yeah,
people?
the truth.
So if they found out that Jesus was black,
No, if white people came out and said, look, he was black, we had to do
then
it like
black
this.
people would get better.
Yeah, and white people.
Then black people would stop hating whites. They would get married, have their baby. If white people said that.
It all starts with religion, Jesse.
So can y'all start saying that?
No problem.
Okay, they'll start saying Jesus was black. We see how it works.
That's a start.
Yeah.
We got Travis there.
The 7 point says you want an immediate end to police brutality and murder of black people. Do you believe in police brutality?
Yes and no.
Give me one answer or not.
From experience, I've both sides. I've had the police brutality where I didn't do nothing, and then I also had the situation where I was talking too much. Yes
So
and
all
no.
the police beat you or just one?
It was a couple, I'm from Detroit, so, I've had encounters with situations, police, they might run up on you and just start beating the hell out of you. You're a child, you're 16, 17 out in the street, they might just do that. Yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
Were
Been
you doing
involved.
something bad when they ran?
No,
up
just
on you?
hanging out. Probably
Just
shouldn't have been
walking
hanging
down-
out. Yeah, probably
oh,
shouldn't have been
in
hanging
a
out.
place you shouldn't have been?
Yeah, probably 7, 8 people with you, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they call
So
it
do
gang
you
squad.
believe in police brutality?
Do I believe it exists?
That is this, yeah.
I believe that there's insecure white people that want to go home to their families,
How about
and we call that police brutality. And we call that police brutality.
Do you believe police brutality exists?
If it's under what I said, yeah. Yeah, definitely, yes.
Do you believe that black on black brutality exists?
Most definitely. Like if you put any type of living thing in a small area with limited amount of resources, they're gonna be some conflict.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's just what it is. If you have limited amount of resources, limited amount of area, it's gonna be. You put mice, anything, it's gonna fight each other.
So blacks are killing each other because they have limited amounts
The resources,
of
yeah.
resources.
And you're containing a
Meaning that
little
they
area.
have more money and food and all that.
If my personal opinion, which I probably shouldn't say, but I feel like personally, one thing I would like to do, I would like to get the Arabs and the Indians out of the black neighborhoods. Like period. It doesn't make sense. I'm from Detroit. I've been in the ghettos of, or not the ghettos, but the hoods of Decatur or whatever. And it's the same thing no matter where you go. Indiana, they're all like, hey, brother, all this stuff, and they're taking your money. I asked them, how do you know we like Colt 45? How do you know we like pigskins? And who's telling you this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But the Arabs don't like the blacks.
You probably don't.
No, they don't like them. That's
But
why
I mean,
they
but
enslave you.
everybody's obsessed with black people for some reason. They can't stop talking about us.
Oh,
and we
I
have
know.
no power, we have nothing, and no money, nothing, and everybody talks about
I
us
know
and hates us
why.
for some reason.
I know why.
Why? Why is that?
Because blacks are the most
Influential.
hated group of people on this side of heaven, because the blacks are so angry and mean and nasty and afraid and begging and whining and complaining that most people don't like them anymore.
That's true.
They're sick of them.
That's true. Me too.
You're sick of them too?
Yeah.
You're sick
But I
of
love
black
them.
people?
Yeah, but I love them
And why do you love them?
because that's my duty. That's what I'm
Why are
supposed
you
to do.
sick of them?
For what you just said, because of the complaining. Like even like in the sense of like if I say, okay, I understand what Trump is saying,
Yeah.
It's like people automatically turn negative to you. And it's like, so if I say I like Hillary or if I like anything that you say, I'm good. And it's like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I asked you,
Absolutely.
what is a coon? It's like I started thinking about it. I was like, because I watch you, Jesse. You're a very intelligent, you know how to listen, right? And I notice when people ask you a question, how you skip past their questions, but you don't like them doing to you, but you do it, they're not as determined as you are, right? So like with Tyreek, when he asked you about the Jews being stupid because of them being put into the Holocaust, and you just changed the subject.
The Jews being stupid?
Yeah, because you had brought up a point of, he kept saying white supremacy. You said, well, the black man, well, he must be stupider than the white man if the white man is able to do all this stuff, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right.
You have to be stupid to give up your rights to bear arms to anyone.
Yeah, Stacey Abrams is talking
The
about
government.
that.
Yeah, Stacey Abrams, same thing.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So isn't that stupid?
Definitely.
Yeah. So I was right there.
No, I was saying that you averted his question. No, you were right about this the supremacy thing, but he brought up the Jew and you didn't answer it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm just
I don't
saying that
remember.
those people that you catch up, they don't do you like that. They don't see it.
Do you have questions for me before we run out of time?
Yeah. Are you a man?
Yes. How about you?
Yeah, definitely. Why haven't you chosen to have a woman to be a head over your woman? Or whatever
Well,
you
wasn't
do?
I chosen to?
No, why haven't you chosen to do that?
It wasn't in God's plan for me yet. Doesn't mean it would never happen. But I literally thought that I would grow up and have 10 kids. That was my plan. I wanted to get married, have 10 kids. Unfortunately, I had one out of wedlock. And I didn't want to do that again because my son ended up suffering, not having me there. And so I didn't want to, if I couldn't do it right, I'm not going to do it. Is it wrong to have children out of wedlock?
Hell no. Who says it's wedlock?
Huh?
Who says it's wedlock?
What do you mean?
Who says it? Who's saying this? Who's
Is it
saying
wrong to have children without being married?
what is marriage?
A man and a woman get married.
You mean having a ceremony?
Uh-huh.
So is it okay for
Under God. Is that wrong?
do you get divorced under God or the devil? Do you get
Divorce
divorced?
is that of Satan, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But let me ask, is it wrong for men and women to get married and have children?
No, not at all.
Oh, but what do you mean then? What is marriage?
Because like I don't know if you've seen the other thing that I sent in, but like basically I believe that anytime a man and a woman have sex, you have a child, you guys are married. I don't know, like that's my person.
Oh, that's wrong though.
How do you figure?
So you can have sex with sluts. And you can be a slut maker.
But if you have a child with her, then
that's
that's
a
your
bastard
wife.
child.
A bastard child.
Yeah.
These
Well,
are just terms you're just saying.
No,
but
when
it
you're
doesn't- it doesn't mean the same
married,
thing.
you're doing it under the umbrella of God. When you're not married, you're doing it under the umbrella of Satan, so you don't have a chance.
But in that case, Jesse, there would be no divorce. You can't. God, whatever God is putting together, no man can put
But most
asunder.
marriages are not put together by God.
But you said they were. If you get married.
No, a lot of people get married, but not by God. They're brought together by Satan and their lust. That's why they don't work.
You feel alone?
I feel alone.
Do you feel alone with black people? Do you feel connected with black people?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't feel connected to any people.
Me either.
I'm connected to God, and there are people who believe in God and children of God that are my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
But I don't feel connected. I don't feel disconnected.
Do you feel that black people will do well in the future, or do you think that?
That's a good question. I don't think they're going to do well until they become individuals, until they start thinking for themselves, until they know themselves, until they drop the anger.
Do you really feel that the wall should be put up?
100%. Around the borders, the big beautiful wall around
The
the
only
borders.
issue I have about that is that what if I do something I want to get out this country?
Then you fly out. We just won't let you in illegal, but you can leave anytime you want.
I definitely.
Are you for the wall?
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, people always talking about, do you put them in the kids in the cage? But if I go rob a bank to pay my rent, they're going to take my kids,
You're going
man.
to it. That's right.
And I'm never going to, I'm not going to know where they at.
That's right. And then especially if you come illegally, you should expect those things to happen if you get caught.
Right, and I grew up in a poor neighborhood. We couldn't go to the rich neighborhood and just go in their house and say, we want better housing.
You're in the wrong party, man.
I'm in the right party, man. I'm helping my people,
you do not
man.
belong in the Black Panther. We're going to get you
There's
out.
there's nowhere to go. Jesse.
You can help us. Because you got the right idea, but the wrong party.
I don't think I have the wrong party.
You need to get out of the Black Panther party because they're never going to agree with you.
He's never disagreed with me.
What's his name? Hashim?
Hmm.
He's never going to agree with you,
He's never disagreed with me.
but he hasn't agreed either. He's playing you.
Think he's playing me?
Yeah, because your ideas are not his ideas.
The physician is for the sick, Jesse, not for the well.
Get out of there. They're not going to listen to you.
Probably right.
You're in the wrong party, I'm telling you, because you're sounding nothing like the Black Panther. Do you want reparations for blacks?
I want God to give us reparation. I don't want
See
white
there?
men to give us
You're in the
anything.
wrong party. Did
No,
you know
I
you're
want
in the wrong
reparation.
party?
I just don't want to give
You're
it.
in the wrong party.
I just don't want to give
Yeah.
it to no white man writing me a check. No, I don't want that
Black
reparation.
people want, and white people don't want to write you no check. Believe me, they want you to take care of yourself.
Right.
They're like, please stop begging. Right?
I mean, you know, like you said, the slave master's children, right? They took on a burden, you know.
But that's never happened though.
It,
I mean, lately they've been taking care of the blacks because they're afraid to be called racist. But and the people, whites who are doing it, are not guilty of black people being in hell the way they are.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So see, you're in the wrong party.
If it's true, I'm gonna agree.
That's
I'm not
right.
gonna.
So, but the Black Panther Party is not going to listen to you.
Amazing.
Do you smoke pot?
Occasionally. I'm
You
gonna find some when I'm down here. Definitely. If you know anywhere, let me know because I'm going there.
There's some store right down the street.
Bet.
You gonna buy some pot?
Yes, sir.
Why?
When you're in Rome, do as the Romans do. I'm in LA, man.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
And so,
smoke
are
a
you gonna
joint.
smoke some today?
Yes, sir.
Well, have you had some today already?
No, I haven't.
You haven't smoked any
In
yet?
a few days. I didn't want to come here. I wanted to see you sober.
Oh, so you didn't smoke it?
No.
Because you want to be sober? Thank
Oh.
you for that.
I wanted to appreciate your presence.
Oh, that's nice, man. What's your impression of me?
I already told you, you're a very intelligent person, knows how to listen.
Why do you smoke pot?
I like it.
Why?
Keeps me from getting angry.
You have anger?
Yeah.
What caused you to become angry? How did you
I
become?
think God made me with a lot of energy, and I don't know how to deal with it.
It come from anger.
No,
Want me to tell you how to overcome it?
it's not anger.
May I tell you how to overcome it real fast?
It's not anger though, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. You don't have anger?
Nah.
Oh, okay. You just have a lot of energy?
Yeah.
And then the pot helps you to calm down?
Right, because I might think too fast for somebody, and I might be like, "Look, I just told you this."
Right.
Right. And then it's like I need to slow down.
And that's why you smoke the pot?
Well, I really just need to be around higher functioning people. And
Oh, I see.
I'll be all right.